And this Hangout on Air is live. Okay.
Yay!
I'm not starting late this time. Awesome.
Perfectly, perfect timing.
My name is Paul Roth. I live in LA, and this is Paul and YouTube in the morning.
I love that show.
Awesome. I like that you chimed in. I'm joined today by Penina, also known as Eyes Like a Cat, and at Purple Craze on Twitter.
Purple Craze 18. Very important.
Sorry, at Purple Craze 18 on Twitter.
Yeah.
And here's my theme music. Can you hear that? And that's enough of that.
How did you decide for that to be, specifically that song to be your theme?
I mean, it's my theme music across all my YouTube videos, and it is one of the songs performed by a little jazz group in Washington, D.C. They're known as Bitter Dose Combo. One of the people who helped found it, Matt, I talked to him and I said, hey, I'm trying to find music to use in my YouTube channel. Can I use your music? And he said, that's fine. Just give us credit somewhere. And I said, okay, great. And I've been doing that.
Awesome. That's awesome.
If I could find like a small, find like a small band in the LA area that does similar type of music that I could also use for my YouTube videos, I will do that also, but I haven't found them yet.
Oh, this has sort of like been your thing for like 3 years at this point almost. So like, yeah.
But I mean, I don't mind changing my music as long as it stays consistent to who I feel like I am, but whatever. So this is my third day, and the third day doing this officially, my morning YouTube show. This is going to be the last show of the week. So here we are on Friday. Thank goodness it's Friday for people who actually have Monday to Friday weeks. And I'm going to jump right into dislikes. So for me, my first dislike that I want to talk about is Kellyanne Conway, who tried to justify Trump's Muslim ban by citing a Bowling Green massacre, which never happened. Never happened. And I mean, you could like go into some details about how there were some people who came into Bowling Green, Kentucky, who wanted to be terrorists, but it didn't work out. There wasn't a massacre. There wasn't an attack. And the thing is,
maybe she was thinking of Bowling for Columbine, which was white people, but I don't know.
No, she definitely doesn't. So she definitely doesn't care about anything bad that white people do.
Oh no, of course not.
But the plan for defending the ban is just to distract us. Like, it doesn't matter what the Trump administration says. They're just trying to distract us from the fact that the Muslim ban is always wrong. Hashtag resist. Hashtag Trump isn't normal. Did you have something that you wanted to bring up for your dislikes today?
Well, there's so many things in the world.
So many things.
So I just kind of make it about myself and say my current dislikes are my wisdom teeth. They need to go as soon as possible.
Oh no!
Yeah, they've been like taking over a year to grow in. I went to my dentist. He's like, yeah, you're gonna have to get them taken out. He's like, you should wait till the end of school. And I'm like, no, they are coming out as soon as possible because they're done. Like they're hurting. No, so that's my dislike for today.
Are these the first wisdom teeth that you're gonna get out?
Well, I only have 3 because people have different amounts. Yep. So we'll see what the surgeon says. Hopefully, I only really need the bottom 2 out. The top one can stay if it's nice. So, but the bottom 2 are the ones really causing me like actual like jaw pain and headaches. So
that's no good. That's no good. I hope that it goes as smoothly as possible.
Thanks.
I'm gonna toss out one more dislike. Again, there's a huge list of dislikes, but I'm gonna toss out one more, and that is Milo Yiannopolis is trying to make Nazis seem like the victims who are being attacked. And I'm going to say no.
There's so many Nazis that do that. It's like, okay, like all of a sudden, it's like people are like, hey, you're a bigot. They're like, no, I'm not. It's like, okay, come on.
Yeah, I mean, Nazis are always going to be the bad guys. If you side with white supremacy, it doesn't matter if you try to avoid the label. You're the bad guy. I dislike you.
For sure.
Now let's move on to likes, positives.
Yay.
And I'm going to immediately start off by counting my last dislike with a different Milo. Milo Stewart has reached 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yay for Milo! At @head_trans on Twitter. Love that guy. He's the best. Yay, Milo!
I sometimes like read some of the weird things he gets, and I was sort of like, wow, people send him the weirdest stuff. But then I remember that one time at like 2 in the morning, I sent him like a Tumblr message saying, "I just realized your name sounds like Miley Stewart from Hannah Montana."
It does. That's funny.
Okay.
And I have dropped the ball on paying attention to the chats that are happening. There
Oh,
are
no.
many of them. Let's go over here to the chat and Rebel Wheels NYC joins us. Spoo Talks joins us. Star Pasta joins us. Hello, everybody.
Usual suspect. That's awesome.
Let's see. Oh, Rebel Wheels NYC says, what were their comments regarding the Quebec terrorists when they found out he was white? Nothing. Yeah, the Trump administration, again, doesn't care about any bad things the white people do.
Oh, of course he's white. Like, obviously. And for like the first couple of hours, they reported that like a Muslim did it too, just because he happened to have been there. And I was furious. I'm like, obviously the Muslim didn't know.
I'm not even sure if Fox News has today taken that down. They had it on for way too long.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. Another like though. Let's go back to the likes. On my list of likes, I like that many Muslim and Middle Eastern owners of bodegas in New York City are protesting the Muslim ban with hashtag bodega strike. And I stand with you.
I heard that. Awesome.
It is awesome. I like that I'm seeing lots of stories of people who are coming out, like Jewish people who are coming out, white people who are coming out, black people who are coming out to support the bodegas being closed for the bodega strike. That is awesome.
Yeah. My like is very similar. My like is supporting the Muslim community, and in a smaller sense, the podcast Good Muslim, Bad Muslim. It's amazing, and the only thing I don't love about it is the fact that they only put episodes up once a month. But they're the best. They're the best.
I'm gonna write that down. Good Muslim, Bad Muslim.
Yeah, they're so cool.
Very cool. And then a couple of trivial likes, a little lighthearted things. There are two new TV shows that I checked out. One of them is called Powerless. Powerless. I think that's on NBC. I'm not sure. It's one of the main broadcast channels, and it's about the DC universe seen from the perspective of some unpowered people who work for Wayne Security products. So they make things that people can use to survive in a superhero destructive world. And I mentioned on Twitter last night that it reminds me of like Better Off Ted if it were led by a woman and included King Candy's voice.
I saw that tweet. Yeah.
It's fun.
Awesome.
Like the pilot was a little bit. Pilots are always a little stiff. They're always a little bit stiff. So I'm going to give it like 7 out of 10 stars for the first episode.
That's awesome.
And then there's also another show called Superior Donuts, set in Chicago. It's a comedy, and it stars Judd Hirsch and Jermaine Fowler. And it's basically about an old-style donut shop where it's starting to have poor business. And so a kid comes in with like fresh ideas about modernity and social media, and he's trying to turn it around. And it's got a very diverse cast, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Again, still kind of stiff, still kind of like getting into it. I'm gonna give it like 6.5, 6 stars. But it might be really good. It kind of reminds me of how The Great Indoors started off kind of weak, but then got better. I think it's gonna go the same way.
Awesome.
So those are a couple of likes there. In the chat, Spoo says that Fox News did eventually take the tweet down after Trudeau's office directly contacted them.
Yes.
Trudeau's office contacted Fox News and said, get rid of that lie, and they finally did. I'm glad to hear that. I don't have anything myself for the learning segment today. Do you have anything that you have for the learning segment, Penina?
I got a call from someone I don't know. Yeah, I do actually. I'm taking a course about the HIV pandemic. And what the lesson was for this week was about the activism that took place. And a lot of the activism that took place then is still very relevant and very pertinent now. And I feel like people in general can learn a lot from what happened then, and a lot of the things still need to continue. It sounds very vague, but I watched an excellent speech done by an activist who was HIV positive and now dead, unfortunately. But it's brilliant, and I can send you the link. It's not captioned, but I'm sure you can find transcripts somewhere else on the internet. It's all about like activism and fighting and why we fight. And it's
okay, awesome. Yeah, do send me the link, and I'll include the link in. Send me the link, and I will include the link in the description of this video once it's archived.
Awesome.
Likewise, I don't have anything for the helping segment today. What a way to go out of the week.
I feel like that's common. Well, I don't want to be like, oh, well, I helped, because I didn't. But something that did help that I took part of was there was the vigil for the shooting at the mosque, and
Mm.
I went, and it was huge, and I was surprised because I expected it to be mostly like about like mourning the dead, but it was surprisingly about like, okay, so we need to stand together, we need to fight, we need to like support each other, and it was very sort of like, you know, it was like, okay, we're sad that this happened, we're really upset about it, but like we need to keep going. And it was, and like I met some people there, some who were Muslim, and like they felt so much better after that, and like they're all like really happy afterwards. And so I was very glad that that happened and that I could be part of it. But like I don't want to be like I was helpful, you know.
I mean, you participated in a thing that helps. I think that's perfectly valid.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
good for you. Good for you. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And then I got my update segment. Let's see here. I did go to Griffith Park with my friend Rachel. I found out that they've painted over most of the graffiti at the old LA Zoo ruins, the structures there. But as my friend Abby Sam says, it's a newly blank canvas. So I'm looking forward to going back again at the end of the year to see all the new graffiti the artists have painted in there.
That's
gonna be
good.
fun.
Yeah. I like graffiti. I think it's good.
Yes, I mean I love graffiti in general. I think that it is a very expressive. It's a very good insight into the artistic sentiment of a city. It tells you like the artists who do graffiti are a part of the city and they represent it when they put their art up on the walls.
Of course, yeah.
I also checked out the Tender Greens restaurant in Studio City. Tender Greens restaurant.
I heard about it. Yeah.
I was hoping that it was going to be like all vegetarian or mostly vegetarian, but it's not. It's just like a general American food fusion type of restaurant. There are definitely some vegetarian and vegan options, and they were delicious.
Yes, there's always two or something.
Yeah. But it's a little bit expensive, so it's not going to be like my regular haunt. But it was fine. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I went to check it out. But I'm going to say that I still prefer Veggie Grill over it. And maybe my new discovery, Astro Burger, might even be above that. So I'll check back in. I'll let you know about other vegan and vegetarian restaurants I find out around the LA area.
That's awesome.
In the chat, I see that we are also joined by Denise Camacho and Rena. Wonderful. Rena asks, "Is that a Drew cam?" Yes, that is Drew on my over here. I'm pointing down to Drew. I decided I could use my phone to have a Drew cam during my show, and it's working out pretty well. And then my upcoming plans, I still have the same plans that I've talked about before in my previous episodes, but I think that I'm also going to check out the Santa Clarita Diet on Netflix. It's one of those shows where they've released the entire season at once, and it is a zombie comedy starring Drew Barrymore as a suburban housewife who becomes a zombie. So I want to check it out. I'm a little bit afraid. It's an interesting concept. I'm a little bit afraid that because of that log line, it's a white suburban housewife who becomes a zombie. I'm afraid it's gonna be too white of a show, frankly. But I'll check it out.
But also, thing is, there's definitely enough of the one character of color becoming a zombie. So I'm okay with all the white people becoming the monsters. I'd rather they're not. I'd rather be diverse. But if it's gonna be all white people,
that's what I'm hoping. What I'm hoping is that we're gonna see all these suburban white people be zombies, and then all the people of color who are around them are still human and have to deal with them. That's what I want to happen, but I don't know. Check out the series and we'll find out.
Yeah, there you go.
And then also, I got some feedback from Rachel about how maybe I want to have not all the segments in every day's episode, but maybe spread out the segments throughout the week. So I might be changing the format next week. I'm not sure yet. I'm not 100% sure. And also, if I get this apartment manager job, I think I might be starting work at 8 a.m. Pacific time and then working through noon doing that. So I might be shifting this to 7 a.m. Pacific time, which would be 10 a.m. Eastern time, or 10 Eastern time. 3 p.m. UK time. So that might happen. I'm not sure. At the moment, my plans are still to do a 9 a.m. episode on Monday. So come back for that. Do you have any last things that you'd like to share with the audience, Penina?
I'm not currently up to anything right now. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with and on my YouTube channel. I'm not sorry, I have a cough. I'm not entirely sure what kind of stuff I want to make. So I'm still figuring that out. But so that's what's going on with me outside of university, which is a time. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's it, I guess.
That's fine. Thank you so much for joining me for the show.
Thanks. This was fun.
It was fun. I'm gonna try to have, as opposed to my normal 2-hour show where I have a long bunch of stuff, and I try to make it like a very diverse crew of guest hosts, and I try not to repeat any guest hosts until I've gone through everybody first. As opposed to that, because I'm doing this every day, I will literally take almost anybody as a guest host.
I don't know if I should be offended by that.
You shouldn't be offended by that. It is still gonna be people that I like and I know and like.
Good.
So that means like if I have like four or five white friends on my show in a row, it's okay. It's okay because I'm gonna have diversity in my weekend shows when I do those.
Okay.
That's what my justification there was.
Okay.
So I'm gonna wrap up this show, my final show of the week, with zooming in on the Drew cam.
Yay.
Woo. Yeah. Wake up, Drew. Hello. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you do join me again next week. It's going to start at Monday at 9 a.m. as usual. I might change the schedule, but I'll let you know before I do.
And it's going to be on YouTube later anyway, if you want to watch later. So.
That's exactly right. It'll be saved, and you'll be able to watch it later on YouTube with captions after I caption them.
Yep. Yeah, these are also much easier for you to caption, too. There's definitely a benefit of it.
Because they're shorter. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't have to sit there for like 4 hours,
yeah,
you know?
Thank goodness. I mean, it still takes me like an hour or so to caption, but whatever, that's fine. It's absolutely something that I want to do. And so for this last live show on Friday of my first week trying this, I want to say thank you to everybody, and that tomorrow will be even better.
Awesome. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.